What's going on, people? TroopzTV. Back again. Back our blood clot again, blood. You understand? I cannot forget the number of this episode because this is a monumental episode. You get me? Episode 200 of Back Again with Troop Blood. You understand? 200 not out. You understand? Man's on some Brian Lara vibes right now, trying to chase down 500 of them ting there, prime West Indies. You know the vibes are, man. Just licking them sixes, bow, fours, bow. You understand? But obviously we play football, so it's just bare 3 points around here. You understand? But episode 200 are Back Again with Troopz. You already know Zaza with the most. He's back again. He's fully back, blood. You understand? Freezing his Zimbabwean balls off. Pause in New Jersey. You get me? The sunshine has gone. And you are back in hell, blood. You get me? But we have two big guests on the show, blood. You get me? Obviously, Man City, Arsenal this weekend, part one. You get me? We get me? We've been waiting up until now for the two big dogs to play. You get me? So it's only right that we get on my old school bedroom. You get me? Me and this pussy-o, you understand? Yeah, you, blood. You get me? Me and him, we built gas tank. You get me? Me, him, Hainsey, Scott. You get me? Brendan as well. You understand? We built gas tank, 90-min football. My brother, Buvey. You get me? He's now part of it's the club, I like.
It's the club, mate. Got to get you on. Join the club.
Yeah, real talk, blood. You get me? Big up Rory Jennings. You understand? You done know the vibe. But we got Big Steve as well, blood. You get me? Last time Big Steve came by himself, and he could come by himself because, you get me, Zar, we were in the mud, blood. But right now, you need backup, blood. You get me? Right now, you need backup. So I tapped into Buvey. I said, Buvey, pull up, blood. Big Steve, what are you telling me, bro?
Yeah, good, mate. Good to be on. Yeah, different circumstances this time. So, you know, you guys like to get a bit carried away in that. So, you know, I'm ready for it.
Now, that's dark, blood. That's dark, blood. Yeah,
rightly so. I mean...
You know,
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, because Zar said it from get-go, you know. You get me? From pre-season, when we was in America, Zar was saying, yo,
this all
this team, you see this now. You see this now.
I'll send you this.
You see this now, blood. Yo, we've won that, you know. We just ain't won it for a while, you get me?
How old were you when you won the Premier League last time you won it? How old were you? You were secondary school.
Big man, you were supporting Bristol City them time there, yeah? You understand? You was a Bristol City fan them time. They even trying Ruby blood, yeah? That's what Man City fan you know from Bristol, blood? This is the first Man City fan, yeah? That I've ever seen from Bristol.
You can't do that. I'm not seeing you. Come on, can't do that to me.
Nah, Ruby's a real one, you get me, blood? You understand? His head just about fits in the Etihad, pause. You understand?
I was there when you rolled the penalty against us, mate, at Highbury, when you tried to roll it in. Remember that with Robert Pires?
Fucking, what was it? Danny Mills, blood.
Danny Mills shouting at him, yeah.
He's still rattled to this day, blood. You get me? Him and G-Nev, they might as well link up and just rattle along together. Jamie O'Hara, you could throw the whole lot of them in there, blood. You understand? Shake them up like a soul shaker. You get me? But big game this weekend. You get me? I want to get you lot's views on Arsenal. You understand? Because I see Buvey doing up troll as usual on Twitter. You get me? Big Steve actually gives honest opinions. You get me? That's why Buvey's pulling that fucking face, blood. You get me? Because he knows, blood, yeah? He knows, blood. You get me? But what's you lot's view on Arsenal at this mid? Because now we're midway. Now we're fully midway. What's you lot's views on Arsenal this season?
You know, well, my opinion on it, I did tell everybody about Arteta. I stood in front of the Arsenal AFTV lot outside last season, told them to stick with it. People were calling me biased. Like, why are you sticking up for this Cone man? He's Pep's reject, this, that, and the other. But I said on the Big Six, it's all about time. And I've been proven right. This clip's coming out now, what I was saying. And I wasn't trolling. I fully believe that the direction Arsenal went in, they employed a rookie manager for a reason, because they seen something in him. But if you employ a rookie in any other profession, you need time because you're a rookie, so you need time. So time was important. There was plenty of times where Arteta was, for me, I thought he was going to sack him, the patience level. But what he's done is he's rid the storm. He's got his own men in. He's totally changed the football club, the mentality, everything about it. All the fans are galvanised around him. And one thing with him now is he can relax a little bit because he's got a little bit in the bank. He can start to tinker and make decisions. And if they go wrong, no one's going to be screaming from the rooftop to get him out. So I've got to give the man credit because no doubt in his period, it must have been hard for him. He obviously loves Arsenal. It is a massive club. Gone there, probably was out of his depth at first, but he needed the time to implement his style. And let's not get it twisted. The signings of Zinchenko and Gabby are important parts. He's trying to build Arsenal on the old Pep system. And two key parts of the old Pep system is Gabby Jesus up front for the pressing, Zinchenko inverted left back, the mentality of him to go in midfield, the leadership. Seen Gary Neville talking about Zinchenko saying he's not a leader. It's nonsense. Anyone that watches Man City for 4 or 5 years, we know that this kid is a leader. And then I've seen one this morning saying Man City disrespected Arsenal by selling them Zinchenko and Jesus. Let's not get it wrong. They're not two shit players who are going to struggle for clubs. And it's not about who we decide to sell them to. If they don't got a future.
Madrid wanted Jesus.
Say again.
Madrid wanted Jesus.
Yeah, and
if Madrid came in, he would have gone to Madrid.
They've chosen a project at Arsenal with a coach who's coached them both, who they trust. And look how it is. Look at the team. It's totally different. So, listen, Arsenal deserve where they are now because they deserve it because they're playing well. They've got the momentum. They've got the rhythm. They've got the whole club galvanised. That's not easy to do. So, listen, you've got no qualms from me. We've been up against a Liverpool team last few years that's been relentless. And we've came out on top 4 out of 5. So, yeah, we're accepting the Arsenal challenge. So we've just got to keep on the coattails and make sure we do our business when it counts.
Buvey, do you think we can do more than what Liverpool did in the battles?
Look, in those big games, like the big one, obviously at the Etihad 2-1, Leroy Sané off the post, that was probably the tightest game of football I've ever seen in my life in terms of both sides being 10 out of 10 performances, and we just got past Liverpool.
Is that when the one got cleared off the line as well?
Yeah, John Stones by what, 1/10 of a millimetre or whatever. And I'm not trying to wind you up. You're nowhere near that Liverpool side. You're nowhere near. And I'm not.
I agree. I fully agree.
And I think Jurgen Klopp's done. I don't think Arteta could do what he did at Dortmund, what Klopp did at Dortmund, get into the Champions League final. I think the Mane, world class, Salah, one of the best players to ever play in the Premier League. Arguably, I don't think you've got that yet. And if you don't win the Premier League this season, I think the big difference will be, City have got 4 or 5 world class players. Even when Leicester City won the Premier League, I know Leicester's a crazy shout, but Kante, Mahrez, Vardy, I think they were more in their prime. You've got a lot of young players, and if they fall off a cliff in terms of form, I don't think you've got any. I don't think you've got any world class players right now starting for you. I know it's crazy saying that. I think your keeper.
You're telling me Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard are not world class players.
Come on.
I don't know. They
may not have the world class history. They're playing at a world class level.
I think they're world class talents. I'm just saying that. And obviously, look, everything has to change. At one point, City had 0 Premier League titles. Someone like David Silva comes in, Yaya Toure, they're one anything in England. Eventually, you have to go from 0 to 1. You have to win something. Saka could help Arsenal win something, of course. But right now, if I had to put my money on it, I think City have got 6 or 7 world-class players. Someone like Rodri that's calm under pressure, helped us against Aston Villa at the back end of last season, scored important goals. All I'm saying is, in a Premier League title race, even if you're Liverpool, if you're Man City, if you're Fergie's United, there are moments where you wobble. We've not seen that yet. City could play you in the Premier League and get 6 points off you, and you don't know where you're coming or going because you've got such a young squad. That's all I'm saying. You've been fantastic. You haven't been lucky to be first. You deserve it. But all I'm saying is sometimes in a Premier League title race, the running hasn't started yet. The running happens in March, April.
Yeah, of course. So, well, we're literally hit midway now.
You're fantastic, lads. And look, all I'm going to say is congrats for winning the Premier League. You've done it. Congratulations.
This guy's a prick, blood. I swear down.
How many have you won? You won 3 in 31 years, haven't you? We won 4 in the last 5.
Big man, we have 13 league titles, yeah?
No, let's not go back to grandads and all
we
that.
have 13 league titles, yeah? 13, yeah? Double digits, bro. We could not win a league title for another 20 years, yeah? And you still will not have the amount of league titles we have in the cupboard, blood, yeah? Remember, we built your club, yeah? We built your club. with players like Adebayor, players like Nasri, players like Clichy. We made you relevant, blood. We made you, bro.
We made you relevant. We made you relevant this season.
And then now you lot are repaying the favor and have said, you know what? All right, we came up to you, man, and said, yo, man, we're coming we want reimbursements, bro. You understand? Like, we gave you what we gave. We're coming now. You understand? We're coming back. We're coming to collect, bro. You get me?
How many Premier League titles you got?
Bro, how many league titles have we got? Forget that. How many league titles have we got? Because when you go on Google, it says Arsenal 13 league titles.
Yeah, mate,
it says City. You man have got like you went 50 years with no league title, bro. How dare you try to talk to me going 15 years without no league title, blood? We will never go 50 pussy clout years with no league title,
20,
bro.
yeah,
You man went
20.
Blood, we gone 15. No,
how can you include titles where they're having a pack of fags?
Nah, we got 18.
How can you be a serious football fan?
Bro, you went 50 years. You went 50 years, bro. 50. 5-0, bro. 5-0. Man City with no money, you was losing 8-0 at Middlesbrough, blood. Yeah? We never lost 8-0 at Borough, bro. Yeah? That's your club, blood. That's your club, blood. Yeah? That's your club, blood. Yeah? That's your club, blood. Yeah? Alfonso Alves banging hat-tricks against your club, blood. That's your club, blood. Yeah? Don't tell me that I'm moving.
I can't believe it. Troopz is counting up titles from 1920.
This guy's a pussy, old blood. He knows. You see this guy? I spoke to this guy for years, yeah, and you can still rattle me, bro. This guy, I hate you, bro. I actually hate you, bro.
How many in the Premier League era?
You do know that we did beat you 5-0 last season.
Yeah, but look at that team now. All right, look at that team from last year, yeah? And then when you look at the Emirates game, you should not have won that Emirates game. That same season.
We did, though.
Get me?
How can you say
got your
that?
little bullshit decisions, yeah? You little, and you that's why Big Steve's covering his mouth now, blood, you don't want to show the smile. You understand?
And then you got last minute.
Who did we go kick, blood?
Hey, Xhaka was just kicking people last year, and then you all started moaning because he got sent off.
Nah, blood. You see, last year, everyone knows we got robbed, blood. You get me? What's up? Why are you just sitting there back in the thing, bro? Back the fucking thing, blood.
You can't even back you because you're including...
Man's just sitting there on his medicine ball like this, blood.
Queen Victoria was still on the throne the last time you won a league title. Don't include all the ones back in the Victorian era, Troopz. Come on.
Big man. Blood, listen, you will never be Arsenal, bro, yeah? You will never be Arsenal. You will never be the Arsenal. You will never... You never. You can't even fill your stadium, bro. You can't even fill your stadium. I'm watching your games. And behind the goal, there's bare blue seats, blood. Go to the side of the goal, bare blue seats, bro. You might can't even fill your stadium, blood. We were 8th with a sellout Emirates Stadium, bro. We were 8th. Behave yourself. Bro, big man. Did you just see the stat? The biggest game in the history of American TV. What Arsenal, Man United, blood. Not Man City, not Chelsea, not Liverpool. You man are babies. You man are new in this thing, yeah? You man are new in this thing.
What do you win for that? The biggest game in American history. What do you win for that?
Big man, that shows you the global stature of the club. How big the club is. You can't be involved in that type of...
I'd rather have that than the biggest game in history, innit?
That's pissing me off. You see these Man City mans are? When we slap them, yeah, they drawn me out.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah, because this is exactly how Rants was, how Flawless was. Them man were the exact same. We're gonna humble you. Rashford this, De Gea that.
We've not said any of that. We've not said any of that. You just got rattled because you started throwing out American TV stats. It's not Fox TV network. I don't give a fuck about that.
Nah, blood. That piece of shit there tried to draw out my club, blood. What?
You've changed now. You've gone to America, mate. You're being all fancy, NBC and all that.
Dickhead. CBS, I've got the box, blood. I still watch with that piss poor Martin Tyler commentary, blood. You understand? I still listen to that piss poor commentary, bro. You get me? But what? So what? You lot, the way you lot are moving is that we're gonna come up to Etihad and get slap up, like the way Chelsea got slap up. That's the way you lot are.
But for me, I don't think we're playing great football, even against Wolves. Spurs.
Haaland's affected you. I want to get like you lot.
I did a clip.
Do you lot think that? Because I've been saying that Haaland, the football, him, like your style of play has changed.
I got a lot of hate for it because
Haaland's a bad man, though, innit? Let me get that in. Haaland's a gunman.
He's having an individually great season, and he's and at the start of the season, we actually looked amazing. We looked incredible. And the unfortunate thing is, because of different fixtures changing, we never got to play you in that bit of form, sort of September, October time. It would have been good for us to play you. We could have beaten you. So we haven't done that. And I have to be honest, I don't think we play free-flowing football. I think you can see it in the fact we're playing an 18-year-old fullback in midfield. That Guardiola is so worried about the lack of pace in our midfield in terms of how quick we move the ball, how quick we are off the ball. I think Bernardo Silva, Gundogan, they've fallen off a cliff in terms of form, in my opinion. So Haaland, I think Haaland has... He's not going to make us worse long term, but you have to say right now we are slightly worse than when we are this time last season. I think if we had Gabriel Jesus instead of Haaland right now, we'd be higher out the table. We'd be first, in my opinion. But obviously, you can't keep someone who doesn't want to be in the club. And if you can take Haaland and then slowly transition him into the squad, last 2-3 years, you have to take it all day long.
The thing is with Haaland, yeah, his job is to score goals, right? That's his job,
which he does.
Not to come into midfield. Not to link up the play, not to go pressing like fuck, because we've changed our whole system. Pep slowed it down for a reason. He's got rid of the fast wingers, Raheem Sterling, Leroy Sané. He's gone with Riyad Mahrez, Jack Grealish. They get the ball edge of the box. Did they cross it into Haaland? No. Did they cut inside? Yeah. Did we have 60, 75 passes on the edge of our own box? Yeah. Put the ball in the box. Put the ball in the box, because that guy, he gets probably 3 chances a game and scores 2. But we're not a team that's going to spam crosses in the box. So it's a case of you can't ask a team to play a certain way for 5 years, win 4 Premier Leagues, and then expect them to just change overnight and it all be good. Is Haaland a different player? Yes. We're not used to it. And look, but he's deadly. Gabriel Jesus would probably have 6 or 7 chances in a game and he might score 1 or he might not get none. This Haaland, he's not touching the ball for 22 minutes. He's scoring a hat-trick and then getting took off after 65. So Haaland... His job is to stay in the box, make sure when the chances come, score it. He's doing his job. But all this nonsense about him making us a worse team and that, how can a guy that's got, 31 goals already make you worse? He doesn't make it worse. I tell you what made us worse. Our mentality has made us worse because there's certain players in the squad now that aren't as hungry as they was before. There's certain players that, after winning 4 league titles, added the same hunger level. No. Is the mentality there? Fernandinho's gone. You know what I mean? Zinchenko's gone. Sterling's gone. Jesus has gone. It's just a different level of players there. We need to get that hunger back. We need to get the crowd back on side. They can blame Haaland all they want, but there's not a team in the world, and I mean in the world, that ain't taking Haaland. Not one team.
Yeah, you have to take it. That's the issue, though. I think the club had to take him. Obviously, the connection with his dad, obviously playing for the club. I think Guardiola, weirdly, I know it sounds ridiculous. I think if he could have not taken him, he might not have taken him and just had Alvarez as an option and another midfielder. I think that's what dream Guardiola is. He said famously at Barcelona, he'd have 11 midfielders on the pitch if he could.
And I think he'll get it right, though. I think he'll get it right. Listen, I said this on another show. If Manchester City fall short this season, after winning 4 out of 5, are we not entitled for a season where we're a bit off and we have a little bit of a rebuild? Yeah. Because Liverpool last season, we're going to win the quad. They were the best team anyone's ever seen. They've dropped off the face of the planet. Nobody gives a shit. But because Man City aren't pressing Arsenal, apparently it's our fault. Listen, Steve, every team's entitled to a bit of a transitional period.
Are some of your fans, it seems to me that you two wouldn't be angry if you wasn't to win the Premier League this year. I heard boos at half-time in the Etihad.
Yeah, that was
but to be honest, a lot of them boos, they're not.
Was it to do with that? Because I saw, some man said it was the officials. Yeah, some man said it was other parts of the.
Rico Lewis getting kicked to shit. So when the ref was coming off, people was booing. No Man City fan is booing Pep Guardiola or this team. None. I go every single game, home away. No one's doing it. The media can twist it all they want. They can say what they want. But listen, if I see any Man City fan booing this team, I'd be the first one to call it out. After what we've been through, you can't boo it. Are we allowed to criticise? Of course you are. If you're paying to watch football and you're used to a certain level of football and that drops, of course you're allowed to criticise. But we're far away from that booing period yet. I mean, fucking hell, we're second in the league. Do you know what I mean? We're watching decent football. It's not like we're Everton and we're fucking getting players in headlocks in the fucking street and that. You know what I mean? We're not. Yeah. We've been there before. We're not quite there yet.
I think the only thing for me is that it's a shame that it's not a Liverpool side that's top of the table with a perfect record. I think this Arsenal side, I'm not trying to ban at you lads. You're good, of course you are.
Buvey's got PTSD, blood. Buvey, you can just see Buvey's got pure PTSD from Arsenal just slapping him in his childhood, blood. Going to school in Bristol. You lost 5-0 again, lad. Oh, you lost 4-0 again, lad. Oh, you got slapped down at Emirates, lad. Oh.
But I'm not. I don't think you're that.
What is your hate with Arsenal? Why can't you just say something nice, blood? You're not a Tottenham fan. You're not a Tottenham fan. What do we do to you? Hey, Big Steve, big man thing. What's the problem with your brother, blood?
Let's look at the league. United, they started the season getting smashed by Brentford 4-0. Brighton, they're in a transitional season. Chelsea and Liverpool mid-table. We've got Fulham, Brentford, and Brighton all punching miles above their weight. Newcastle aren't there yet. You know, they're going to come strong soon, but they're not there yet. So really, there's no one. That's the only frustration. I don't know if Steve agrees, but I think with the squad that we've got, especially adding someone like Calvin Phillips, I know he's had injuries, but Gomez, a new left back to kind of replace that Zinchenko, you know, the gap in the squad. That's the only frustration, is that maybe we could have a couple of results. The Everton result was really poor. Man United, we got unlucky with literally cheating from the referees. So it's a bit frustrating that I don't think you're that good.
Are you fried? We're playing the best. We're playing the best. This guy's come on to troll, blood. Look at him. I can see it in his face. I can see it in his face.
We had 100 meters with Beyblade on the right wing doing nothing.
He's trying it. He's trying it, blood. He's actually trying.
Are you serious,
bro? Let me tell you something now. Yeah, we have the best winger in the league right now, Bukayo Saka. We have the best creative midfielder in the league right now, Odegaard. We have the best DM in the league right now, Partey. We have one of the best left backs in the league right now, Zinchenko. Yeah. We have one of the best centre backs pairing in the league right now,
I'm not debating that,
Gabriel and Saliba. Where is the Ben White has turned into a revelation at right back? Where is the player that Granit Xhaka is moving like prime fucking Vieira? Box to box.
Average Man United side.
We beaten everybody. We ain't played you. We beaten everybody. We haven't played you. We beaten everyone. We beat Chelsea away. We beat Tottenham home and away. We beat Liverpool home. We beat United at home. The only team we ain't beat is you.
All I can say, right? Last season, Jurgen Klopp had the best goalie in the world, the best centre-back in the world, the best right-back in the world, the best centre-mid in the world, the best strikers in the world. And he finished second. So be careful what you wish for.
And he was always second, bro. He was never in our position.
No,
he was never in our position.
But what I'm going to say is...
You understand?
What I'm going to say is this, right? As a man who's been involved in title races last 5 years, it means nothing now. The last 10 games of the season are absolutely horrendous. And what I mean by horrendous is that you can't draw a game. If you lose a game. And all I'm saying is that is when the pressure cranks up, because that's when teams are going down, mate. That's when they're coming to the Emirates and putting 11 behind the ball and thinking, fuck this. That's when you're stressing your balls out when you've got to go.
Yeah, you don't want to go. You don't want to go Forest away. You don't want to go their places.
What I'm saying,
when it comes,
what I'm saying is
it ain't safe.
If Arsenal can get themselves... Manchester City won the league, yeah? We was 8 points behind Man United with 6 games to go.
You won 9. Was it 9? Oh, the first time. Yeah.
So Manchester City fans are never going to give in. We were 2-0 down last year to Aston Villa. We won it. We were the Aguero moment. So we're never going to give in until it's mathematically impossible. So listen, you're the top dogs at the minute. You're playing the best football at the minute. Your players are in form at the minute, and you're 8 points clear. So you've got to do what you do. Make sure you stay focused, and we're going to do what we do and chase you down in it. That's it.
We beat you home and away easy. We beat you home and away easy. I don't care about the FA Cup. We beat you home and away in the league. We get 6 points against you.
Easy, okay. All right.
So February 15th, you come to the Emirates.
Forget the other games in April. We'll be if we're where we're both saying we're going to be in April. I think we beat you comfortably. Honestly.
April. That's April. The game at Etihad could be a title decider. We're known for winning leagues in Manchester, so it would just be we done it in OT. Let's just cross the road and do it over. Eliza. We're used to them thing there. Won the league at Tottenham, won the league at Anfield, won the league at OT. Let's add the empty had to the list, blood. You get me? I would have preferred main role.
How long ago was that? You know, you can't keep going back to the history book when you were doing GCSE maths when you last won a Premier League.
Big man, the reason why I support my club is on history. You support your club on a technicality. Yeah, Big Steve grew up by the stadium. He had no choice, blood. Yeah, you understand?
I've got family from Manchester. I didn't live there.
I know. It's your granddad. I know. I swear it's granddad.
Yeah, of course.
I remember, bro.
Can't go cheap. Just because you're top of the league, can't go cheap on City fans being plastic. We just don't have as many fans as you around the world. Look, congratulations. You've got more followers on Instagram.
Yeah, look, you pulled in the Premier. Look, Big Steve pulled in his Premier League for City. I'll pull in your fan base, blood. You get me? It is what it is. It is what it is, blood. You get me, blood? It is what it is, blood. But let me get a prediction from the man them for the game on Friday night. Look at this Buvey guy, blood. I hate the shoot, you know, bro. I swear down. When I messaged him, I was like, am I really doing this? I said, nah, don't do it. I deleted it. I said, nah, fuck it. You know what? Let the trolling begin, blood.
I'm not even trolling you, am I? Is it unrealistic? So
you are, but I know you. I know you, Buvey, yeah?
Is it a
I know you.
Like we're 10th. It's not like we're 10th in the league. We could beat you home. Look, the FA Cup, I don't mind you winning it. I want to win the FA Cup I love the FA Cup. What I saw against United in the semi-final, it was a final, unbelievable.
You know we've won every game. You know we've won every game at Emirates, apart from the Newcastle game 0-0. We've won every game at Emirates. We've only dropped. That was the only game we dropped points. Every game has been a win.
We're different at home this year, man.
Have you actually watched an Arsenal game this year, like fully, and took your biasness out of it and watched it and actually said, like, okay, cool, this Saka guy, if Saka gets one-on-one with Cancelo, he could cause him problems.
I'm not denying
Cancelo's not the best defender. He's trying to push out Cancelo now. Isaiah, we need to go get Cancelo.
He ain't even playing no more.
Add Cancelo to the list, bro. Cancelo, Zinchenko, Jesus. Yo, link up, bro. Come, man. Yeah, link up. Why is he trying to get rid of Cancelo, though? That's madness, blood. He's like the best right back, best left back. Donny can play right wing, left wing. Yeah. He could probably go into midfield like
Central
Zinni.
Midfield.
What's going on with that situation?
He's not turned up this season. He's been average. He's made mistakes. He's cost us in games. So at the end of the day, you look at the bench last few games. You've got Kyle Walker benched, Cancelo benched, Diaz benched, Foden not even in the squad. So,
what's going on with Foden?
Listen, these problems.
Man said no fitness.
Problems.
So what? Calvin Phillips put on weight. Grealish put on weight.
Just a joke at the minute.
He ain't fit.
But listen, we know we've problem there. We're not playing well at all. There's something wrong in the camp. There's something missing. We know that. It's very disjointed. We seem to win a couple of games, think we're back on it, then do something daft. So listen, it is what it is. It's like this game on Friday, FA Cup. I have no clue what team he's going to play. I can't even say, I'm going to give you a prediction. I've got no clue. All I know is that Cancelo will play, Walker will play, Ruben Diaz
Alvarez
will play. Alvarez will probably play. So I think Pep will use this game to maybe try something a little bit different because he needs to freshen it up. Bernardo Silva's been going on.
Foden come back in
all the time.
I want Foden midfield. I want Foden midfield against you.
Yeah, does Foden come back in? I see Gundogan as well. Gundogan saying that enough of the man them ain't playing to their level. Enough of these men are moving like bums. Like, that's a leader in the team calling out other man. That's looking a bit mad.
He's telling the truth, man. He's telling the truth. People need to say it. You can't when it's rosy in the garden and we're playing well, they can't always take the praise. That the second it goes shit, they can't moan if they're getting criticised. I want the players to be open and honest. But I want to know why you're playing at one of the best football clubs in the world. You're getting absolute top money. You're getting everything laid out and pampered for you. And all of a sudden there's a mentality issue. I don't get it. And that's why the other day we played 4 centre-backs at the back. Nathan Aki played left back. John Stones played right back and 2 centre-backs. It's weird, man. It's weird. But it's Pep. It's Pep. He's a fucking madman.
The best managers in the world find ways to galvanise players at random points. Fergie did it, and also it's hard to win 3 in a row. We're talking about winning 3 in a row. I mean, Ferguson did it once, didn't he? Or he actually did it twice. But these great managers,
he's the only one to do it.
3 in a row.
Pep says things for a reaction. Anyone that goes, oh, Pep's calling out the fans, yeah, he is, because he wants a reaction. Pep's calling out the players, he is, because he wants a reaction. So if he's saying to the players on national TV there's a mentality issue, someone in that dressing room has to pull the players in and go, you know what, we need to fucking sort this out, because Fernandinho would have done it. Vincent Kompany would have done it. You know what I mean? Zinchenko, people saying, oh, look at the passion, Zinchenko. We've never seen that passion. Bollocks. Zinchenko was really passionate. He's a kid from the streets of Ukraine. He didn't have a club. He came to Man City for £1 million. He went to PSV Eindhoven and got sent back because he was no good. Pep Guardiola turned him into a left back, then was going to sell him to Wolves. He said to Pep, I want to stay at Man City, fight for my place. He stayed at Man City with all the superstars and earned his fucking place. Zinchenko deserves every single thing he gets out of football and life because he's one of these winners that didn't give up. So Zinchenko, for me, key to what Arsenal do. And he's an Arteta man. So anyone in that dressing room who's got a little click going that doesn't like Arteta, Zinchenko, Jesus, they will whine that out. They'll say, hey, don't say that about him. You've got to respect the manager. Before them players came in the dressing room, people could chat shit about Arteta and say he shouldn't be doing this, he shouldn't be doing that. No one can chat shit about him now because he's the boss there now. And that it took a long time to do it, but thank fuck your board never sacked him because you're on the right path.
Predictions are?
It's tough. As Steve alluded to, I don't know who Arteta's going to play to. I don't know if we're going to go
Nketiah starts. Fabio Vieira probably starts.
Yeah, there's people on the bench like Vieira and stuff like that.
Blood, one man I do not want to start is Lokonga, yeah? Because beat down settings, bro. Beat down settings, bro. Fuck that. No. I'd rather play Xhaka, mate. Yeah? I'd rather play Xhaka and Oneni than have Lokonga.
Are you worried about rotating the squad for injuries and stuff? Because look, City can do it a lot better than you can because the money in our squad. Are you worried about
you know what? When you're top, when you're top of the league, yeah. When you're top of the league and things are going your way, you don't really see teams at the top with a lot of injuries because everyone's fit, everyone's galvanized, everyone's going in the same direction. It's just everything's just moving right. You get me? So I'm worried. I'm worried about tiredness. Like I can see Martinelli getting a bit tired. You get me? I'm not worried about like injuries and that, but now I think tiredness. But now we got Trossard in. I expect come in. So you get me? Like I expect Trossard to start. Yeah, I think he looks a fucking player, blood. You get me? Obviously, I was disappointed to miss out on Mudryk. Yeah, but he's a very good sign. He covers the whole front line. You get me? Left, right, in the 10. He can play in the false 9. That's cover all along the front line. That's what we need, blood. You get me? And he's coming in at an age where he'll just hit the ground running. Premier League proven. There's no time to adapt. Where Mudryk, he had his first 20 minutes was mad. But I remember being in the away end and seeing Pepe's fucking debut and seeing the same thing, blood. Seeing Van Dijk get dribbled past by the first time in a season. Van Dijk got dribbled past and the way he put Fabinho on his batty crease and he left Robertson in fucking toxic. Where's it? Toxie? Whatever ghetto that is in fucking Liverpool, big at the Scousers, them. Toxic, that's it, Big Steve. Left him in toxic, blood. You understand? Pepe was doing madness, bro. So we have to see if Mudryk can keep it up, you get me? But I'm going for, you know what, yeah? I'm going 2-2, replay. I'm going 2-2, blood.
Good for us.
Replay back in the Emirates, blood.
Even with the changes, I mean, there's a good aura around the club, so I still expect
it's going to the Etihad, and do you know what it is for me? I've been to the Etihad many occasions, bro. You get me? Me and Buvey went. You get me? I've gone by myself, and I've seen beat downs, blood. You understand? So and we haven't gone there for a long time and won. You get me? It's a bit different to like going Tottenham and getting the win this season. Tottenham were piss poor. You understand? City have still got something about them. You get me? So that's why I'm kind of like, I think if we went there in the Premier League with full strength, then I'd be like, all right, cool. Maybe we could nick a 2-1. If we stayed defensively strong, maybe we could nick a 2-1. You understand? We have to just put 10 man on Haaland. You get me? But in this kind of tie with the changes and that, the best I can pray for is a 2-2.
You're saying the thing is, Arsenal in the Premier League, you'd only be praying to nick a result. So you're saying, I thought you were meant to be this unbelievable side, and you're saying you'd nick a result against City
at the Etihad.
At the Etihad, like at Emirates. I mean, we gotta
respect you. You're still Man City,
bro. You went to Man. You went Manny and hit me. Got 2-1, blood. You get me? If I'm going to your ground and getting a 2-1 victory away from home, say we draw at Emirates and then I go up there and beat you and win the league, blood.
This is the thing. When you win a Premier League, I remember Stamford Bridge, De Bruyne on his left foot. There are moments where you don't just nick a result, you beat the title contenders next to you. We did it. We when we've done it at Anfield in the COVID season. So all I'm saying, obviously, look, it's the FA Cup, but I'm just there will be a moment where you play us in the league, and I think you'd want to expect you guys to go to a next level. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the game in February.
Crazy. It's only a few weeks away.
Day after Valentine's Day, blood.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, for you,
My heart-
blood.
my-
I'm going to massacre my gal on the 14th
I'm staying in
and
the
then smoke you man on the
hotel,
15th.
mate, again, and I'm going to be spiking some breakfast, so don't worry about that.
In what? Hilton?
I'm in
man's
Hilton,
getting
mate.
you banned, blood. I'm sending your picture there.
I'm in there.
You understand? I'm going to say, yo, that's Big Steve, blood. Don't let him in, blood, yeah?
I'm coming.
You
I've got
understand?
something special for the
Yeah,
cornflake
you-
bowl.
Fuck that, blood. Man's trying to do lasagna. Oh, lasagna. Oh, we laughed ourselves to bits when Tottenham got their shits. Nah, I'm going 2-2s on. What you saying?
My heart says we win 2-1. My head says, unfortunately, if he makes the changes, if we go strong with our Premier League lineup, then yeah, well, my heart says the same thing as my head. But once he starts making changes, even with City's changes, City's depth is way clear of us. I mean, I don't trust, as you said, once El Neni, people like El Neni, Fabio Vieira, and this is no disrespect. They just not of the quality of the Bernardo Silvas and whoever City brings in off the bench, the Cancelos and stuff like that. If we rotate a lot, the more we rotate, I think City wins it.
I think there's a lot of players that have been benched last 2 games that have got a point to prove. I'm hoping in an ideal world that he's going to play him for a reaction. So Kyle Walker, Cancelo, Bernardo, Foden, Calvin Phillips, Alvarez might come in and think, you know what, if we're going to get in this Premier League team, we need to put a shift in this cup game. I think City nick it. I do think it'll be a tight game. I think City nick it 2-1.
I think we beat you 3-0 easy.
This guy, blood. This guy, blood.
All those
You see what
names
happens?
that Steve's just named out that were on the bench against Wolves, most of them, including those fullbacks,
Yeah.
they start for Arsenal on their day. They start for Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? And they're on our bench. That is the truth. That is the
Calvin
truth.
Phillips don't start for Arsenal.
He's
the
close.
only
He's
one.
close
He
on his day.
don't
Foden don't start.
Tupate? Come on.
Foden don't start for Arsenal.
Ruben Diaz starts. Ruben Diaz. Laporte starts. Do you know what I mean? So it's unbelievable. Am I lying? Bernardo Silva starts.
I don't know. I don't know about
Silva
Laporte. I don't know about Laporte.
Alvarez,
I mean,
Bernardo Silva.
Alvarez starts ahead of Nketiah. That's the truth. Am I lying?
Yeah.
Not right now.
Behave. He starts for you all day long.
Not right
I'm
now.
not even trying to wind you up. I think we beat you.
I love
3-0
Troopz. I love Eddie, but Alvarez starts.
Alvarez does not start over Nketiah right now.
He does.
I
won a
Right
World
now.
Cup. He's won a World Cup.
Right now.
Your boy was where's your boy? He was in a what was he doing?
Actually,
He was
right
in Ghana
now,
getting his
I
passport.
don't know. Right now,
He was in Ghana getting his passport, blood.
blood.
You didn't see him?
Yeah, and
Doing
our guy was winning the World Cup, mate. The next Aguero.
Aguero didn't even win the World Cup. Donny's out there moving like a side bitch. You get me? yeah. Let me get that fucking in, blood. Even Messi was like, yo, allow it, bro. Allow it, bro.
John Terry, didn't he? Full kit.
He fucking did full on John Terry, bro. At least Terry was fucking actually still in the squad, blood. Donny retired like a year and a half ago. Fucking Wallad, blood. You get me? Telling you, blood. But fucking blood, that's the biggest fixture in the FA Cup this weekend. Actually, Brighton Liverpool might be a good game.
Yeah. No, Brighton did a number
It all
on it, so.
Yeah.
Zerbi's
They
just top man.
slapped them.
I think Brighton wins it too.
I do. That Matoma, how much is he worth right now? Like, if Mudrik's going for 100 and you ain't seen Mudrik do fuck all, apart from that little thing, we're seeing Matoma do this week in, week out. That goal last weekend against Leicester was absolutely mad. The way he cut in.
Brighton have fucking put 100 million price tag on that Caicedo. So this
Caicedo.
This Todd Bowley has got a lot of shit to answer for, mate. He's offering 8-year contracts. Yeah. He's throwing 100 million. If Caicedo's worth 100 million,
he thinks he's Shug Knight, blood. Is he from LA?
So it's mad, mate.
Todd?
Mad.
Yeah, it's Todd from LA because he's moving like Shug Knight, blood. Nigga giving out death row contract, blood.
They're crazy.
Man said 7-year deal, blood. Mudrik's gonna be there in handcuffs, blood. Please let me go.
It's a thing, though, isn't it? It's a loophole to get away from FFP. So if you paying somebody 300 grand a week for 4 years, he will say, "Nah, we'll pay you 150 grand a week for 7 years." So the contracts are spread out across all the FFP seasons. City used to do it with Aguero, and stuff like that. Renegotiate the contract, spread it out longer, so that it doesn't affect that year's FFP. He spent £500 million, man. Already, no one's saying shit. Man City bought Jack Grealish for 100 million. You'd think we'd destroyed the world the way everyone reacted. So
especially Zaha.
No one's saying shit because they're 10th. I mean, they're so irrelevant. There's no point in even saying.
They're poor at the minute, man. They're poor at the minute.
But look at the players they're bringing in. Felix, Mudryk. They're not bringing in any man. They're building a madness for next year, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Felix,
And everyone's just sitting and they're just letting them blow the bag.
I don't think they make a difference. I think they're worse this season than they were last season. Spent 500 million quid, as you guys said. I don't think those sign. I look at Fofana or both Fofanas. I don't know if it takes them onto a different level. They've still got Jorginho in midfield. Do you know what I mean? Badashil.
That's the crazy
Still got Kepa at the back. I mean, all these guys on Twitter are putting out these dream 11s of who could play for Chelsea when everyone's fit. They still got Kepa in goal. Do you know what I mean? So there's some mad issues at Chelsea.
We all know you can.
This Buvey guy, though,
we all
he's
know
fucking up the whole
best
team.
players in the world together. Doesn't mean it's all gonna work. And
we see it with the Galacticos back in the day, blood,
but
when they went how many years without a league title?
Here's a prime example, right? You talk about Arteta getting time. Chelsea's gone from Tuchel. They've gone and got Graham Potter, who took his time at Brighton, started to build something, a style of football. They obviously thought, you know what, we want that. They've got him in. They're buying players. They're not I'm not being funny. They're not Graham Potter players. He's not gone out and said get Mudryk. He's not gone out and said get Felix. He's not gone and got Obo. No chance. He's had all these players landed on his lap. He's probably looking at it thinking, fucking hell, I don't know where I'm going to fit all these in. And then the Chelsea fans now are saying, sack him, sack him, sack him. He's not even got going. He's not even had a window to do his own thing. He's not had a pre-season. So, and then what? I don't know. It's weird football at the minute, but Chelsea, for me, long may that continue because the whole place is a shit show and they'll just keep changing managers, adding Galacticos, changing managers in the hope someone gets it right. But you look at Chelsea now from what Chelsea was, and it's an embarrassment, mate. It's an embarrassment.
Well, you got to blame Arsenal for this with the Mudryk deal because you spent 75 million quid on Nicolas Pepe, obviously one of the biggest flops in the history of Premier League football.
Hey, big man, let me shut you down right now, yeah? Man United are the ones to blame for this, yeah? They paid Leicester City £80 million for you. They spent £80 million on you, blood. Yeah? Blame Man United, bro.
I'm talking like you lads are big Arsenal fans in the game, yeah? Congratulations, man of the people, Troopz. I got to say this to Arsenal fans, yeah? You spent 75 million quid on Nicolas Pepe.
And we weren't supposed to as well, yeah.
And
That
you loaned him back,
corrupt
back to a French club.
That corrupt.
You had your pants pulled down and got sent back to North London. It was one of the worst transfers in the history of football, period. So when Mudryk goes for
you spent 100 million on Jack Grealish,
and what did Jack Grealish do in his first season? He's playing the Champions League against Real Madrid and he won a Premier League in his first season. He's won more Premier Leagues.
Big man, he was not a key part of your team winning the league last year. Last year, he weren't a key part of your team winning the league.
More Premier League titles than any
last year, he weren't a key part of you winning the league. Yeah, he weren't a key part. Yeah, man like De Bruyne, man like Jesus. Yeah, man like Zinchenko. Yeah, that's why you're not winning league this year, blood.
We gave you Zinchenko and Jesus because they weren't at a level for us.
And you fuck. That's the worst thing you ever did. Yeah. That's the worst thing you ever did was give us Zinchenko and fucking Jesus, blood. Because now look, motherfucker.
Now, in January, you're a few points ahead of us now in January. Yeah, we're going to be fucked for life. We've won more Premier Leagues in the last 40. We have
more league titles than you have in your whole career, blood. Your whole lifetime as a City fan, blood. More than you'll ever have. You'll never win the amount we have, bro. Yeah, we could go into administration. You still won't won what we've won.
We'll get to 13 league titles.
You understand?
We'll get to 13 league titles easy.
When the world blows up.
We won. We won 6 in the Premier.
That's all you've won.
8 league titles.
That's all you've done. That's all you've won. That's all you've won. That's all you've won. You man are king of the League Cup, blood. You can't even win the League Cup no more, blood. You got kicked out the League Cup by Southampton, blood. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Man went down to Southampton and got slapped, blood. And you're telling me
spend 75 million quid on Nicolas Pepe. He comes.
You spent 100 million on Jack Grealish, bro.
Yeah, Jack Grealish is playing
to do what?
The Burnabout.
To do what? To sit on the bench and warm his batty. That's what you did. Yeah, that's what you did.
A lot of games last season. He was a big influence in winning.
How many games did you start last season? 10, 12?
He won more trophies in the last 12 months.
How many? 10, 12 years. 10, 12 games. Man, Jimmy Traore, blood, about winning trophies, blood. Get out of here, blood. Are you mad? Are you mad? Man, Igor Stefanos, blood. Igor Stefanos won a double, bro.
What if a Man City player?
Igor Stefanos won a double, bro. And he's rubbed. Yeah? You got me dissing Grealish and I rate Grealish, bro. You're a dickhead, blood. I
There's
defend
such a lack
Grealish
of
on this
experience
show.
at Arsenal. You had to sign
Every
experience
week
from
I
Man City.
defend. Every week I defend Grealish on this show.
Man City. You had so
Because of
many
this
losers
pussy.
at Arsenal.
But now this
in the
big-headed
Europa
prick
League.
wants to
You had
come in and
sign
try and
Man
run his
City
mouth,
winners.
blood. You
You had to
understand?
sign our winners. You had to
Man's been watching
sign our
football for
coach,
flipping
sign
10
our
years,
striker,
blood. You didn't
sign
watch
our
no
left
football,
back.
blood.
Embarrassing, mate.
When we slap you on Friday, yeah, don't hide. Yeah? Don't hide. Yeah? Don't hide, blood. Yeah?
I'm muting
Do not
you on
hide.
Twitter. I'm muting you on Twitter. I'm muting you on
Don't
Twitter.
mute me, bro.
I'm muting you.
I'll message Hazel and get your number. You're pissed, bro.
I think I've already muted you. Your chat's so dry.
I'll call you, blood. I'll call you, blood. Yeah, are you mad?
Look,
But
fair play. Nicolas Pepe, 35 million quid. He played a few times in the Europa League. You sent him back. Fair enough. It's good business.
this guy, blood. When we slap you, I'm gonna laugh with you. You know that, blood. I'm gonna laugh, bro. You're gonna get trolled all over the internet, bro. I'm gonna drag you all over the internet, blood. Yeah. I used to troll you when we were shit, blood. Imagine now we're good. You're fucked, bro.
You're
But
decent.
are Liverpool going out? This is their only chance at a trophy, blood.
Yeah.
Do you understand? This is the only shot, bro.
They shouldn't even be in it. That Wolves decision.
Yeah, that was
a joke, mate.
Yeah.
So it's mad, mate. Liverpool, do you know what? Liverpool, they got a lot to answer for. The nonsense they were talking last season and all that, and what they were going to win, the quad and all that shit. And then to look at it now, it is what it is. They're in I don't know. I think he's just let the squad get a bit aged there. They're going on about Bellingham. It's fine, get Bellingham, but you can't put all your eggs in one basket with you. The squad's...
Are they even gonna get him?
Well, it is something I got told the other day. I'm not going to tell you who's off, but it was Liverpool. I've been told Liverpool's been bought for 4 billion quid. It'll be announced it was 55-day period to be announced. He won't tell me who they've been bought by, but the first signing they're going to make is Jude Bellingham, and they're going to have the dough. Put it that way. That's what I got told. So it's quiet at Liverpool at the minute.
The Saudis, huh? It has.
It's going to be what it's going to be oil money, whether it's Qataris or Saudis or what. It's going to be that, but it makes sense. But Liverpool have got a lot of building to do. This is why the Premier League this season is mad. This is a season where anyone with a bit of form can have a run at it, and Arsenal just got to keep running, and then look. I remember the Leicester season. Everyone was saying Leicester's going to drop. Leicester can't do this. Leicester can't do that. Next minute, Riyad Mahrez is doing step overs and pinging it in the top bag at the Etihad. We're all like, shit, Leicester's doing it. So Arsenal, listen, you just got to keep doing it, man. Keep doing it. Listen, I said it the other day on the Big Six. The best team always wins the league. The best team don't always win the cup. In the cup, you can get shafted. Games. You can get VAR. In the league, over 38 games, you deserve it. So whoever wins that title in May deserves it.
And Arsenal's serious. You got 50 points halfway through a season. I mean, the Centurions had 51. You're a serious side, and all the banter aside, the way you're playing football. And the only thing I'd say as a City fan, yeah, I've seen City with Mancini. It was beautiful. Obviously, the Aguero moment, the only league title he won, Mancini. That we got over the line just about, of course, amazing. Pellegrini, same. With Arsenal, you've only ever won Premier Leagues in your way. You know, in the 90s, the double with Wenger, of course, and then in the early 2000s, you did it your way, the Arsenal way of playing football, and it was beautiful. The only thing I'd say is if you win the league this season, you're doing it your way again. You're not being ugly like Chelsea, Jose Mourinho or Ranieri with Leicester, like kind of ugly 4-4-2. Whatever you say, Arsenal are doing it their way, and you're playing with a smile on your face. It is Arsenal of old, and that's all I can say. You know, fair play in that regard. Do you know what I mean?
You don't be an assistant manager to Pep Guardiola and pick up nothing. You don't be involved in title runnings as assistant coach, being on the training field with elite players every day, learning what it takes to win a league, being in there when you get beat, picking players up to go again. You don't be around that and not pick up anything. So that is why Arteta had it in the locker. And if anyone can get Arsenal over the line, if anyone can pick them up after a blip, he knows how to do that. So it will be interesting to see if Arsenal do have a mad little bit of a result, how they bounce back from it. Then you'll be able to tell, whether it is. But the fan base has got to be on side as well. If you lose a couple of games, they can't be a full-on meltdown. You've got to be like, okay, we go again. We're not a bad side. We keep on moving. That's what happened with City last year. We drew at West Ham. We limped over the line and got the title last year. We were playing Fernandinho at right back. We were playing John Stones at fucking striker. It was absolutely crazy shit. But we limped over the line and we got there in the end because the quality of De Bruyne and that just put us there. And Arsenal have got to make sure they've got enough of a gap not to get to the end where they've got to fucking limp it over the line, you know what I mean? And listen, they're playing well at the minute and I just say you've got to keep on going to that business end of the season, last 10, where everyone's fighting like fuck for European relegation. That's when you get the freak results. When Burnley's used to go to Anfield and win, Man City get done at Palace. That's where you think, wow, where did that come from? Because it can happen. Seasons are long, man.
I remember a game we had so much pressure as the Aguero season. We were Tevez came back at Norwich away.
Yeah.
Oh,
we had exactly Tevez and Aguero. We had the ability where I think United were struggling with injuries, and they had I can't remember. It might have been Danny Welbeck up front at that point when they were going for it. We had Tevez and Aguero. We just outscored. We started outscoring sides. We had that momentum. We could bring it back into our control. And that my only thing for Arsenal, look, Eddie Nketiah has been fantastic. Even obviously, I love Gabi Jesus as well. But in that final 8-game period, you need to win 1-0, 1-0, 2-1, 2-0. You need to get those clean sheets. It might be hard.
We had to win 14 games when we won the league at Brighton. 14. We couldn't draw. We had to win. At Leicester at home, we're fucking struggling. Vincent Kompany from 40 fucking yards pings it in the top corner. That's when you know shit's happening. You go to Brighton, Liverpool are winning. Brighton are winning 1-0. We get back and we win the league. But the worst game was when we played Newcastle in the Mancini season. We played Newcastle away, and we got in a pub before the game.
You won 2-0, no?
Yeah, we got in the pub before the game, and I knew all City fans. Instead, you think everyone would be partying, thinking we beat Newcastle, we got a QPR, we win the league, first league title. Mate, it was like a morgue. I was being sick in the toilet. I was that nervous. I'd been overthinking it for days. I got in the ground. The City fans were a bit fucking jittery and that. And then Yaya Toure and stuff. But it's mad. That last 10 games, mate, it makes you ill. I tell you, it makes you ill.
It's different gravy. It's different.
It's horrible.
That's where it goes back to experience. Have you got the bollocks in your midfield to, Partey is a good example. He absolutely does. But, Xhaka, we know he can definitely flip a little. He's been good this season. I'm not saying that, but
he's been good for 18 months.
Fair play to him, because he was a liability at times, and I used to think, why are they playing him? Every time I wanted a card bet, it was Xhaka, and he used to win me dough. So at this season, he's finally realising, he needs to put it in.
He was in the wrong role for his temperament. I mean, Xhaka he's a nut job, and then you're putting him as your screener in front of the defense. That's a recipe for disaster. Moving him forward and taking away a bunch of that defensive responsibility for a nut job, does wonders, as you can see this season.
Who wins the FA Cup?
Too early.
I'd say
why is it too early?
Because look, I think we got back-to-back semi-final appearances. I think we lost.
Yeah, I think so.
One of them was to you lot, Chelsea, in that Champions League run-in. We played Chelsea, I think, in the league, then the FA Cup, then the Champions League final. In
the FA Cup, we're the dominant force in the FA Cup. Last time we played City as well, last 2 times, we've beaten them. 2 semi-finals, 2-0, 2-1. Yeah. Alexis bins them, and Obama blood clot young.
I'd love us to go.
This is the first time we're playing them on a ground that's not neutral.
I'd like to see us win an FA Cup against a serious side as well. Not to disrespect what I saw against Stoke was one of the greatest moments of my life as a City fan. But it was against Stoke. They had one shot on goal.
Didn't you beat Watford 5-0 or 6-0 or something?
6-0. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, but then we got beaten 1-0, so it works both ways.
Yeah. What's his name?
And Watson.
Yeah, from that corner.
And then listen, it was fully deserved as well. Wigan that day deserved it, man.
Yeah, you were piss poor. You lost the league that year, innit? Van Pagan, innit?
Yeah, we were shit, man. Mancini went out there, signed fucking Scott Sinclair, Javi Garcia, and Jack Rodwell, and thought we were going to go and challenge fucking Europe.
Jack Rodwell.
What a player.
The early Calvin Phillips blood.
Yeah, well, he needs to step it up.
Great at it.
He needs to step it up a bit.
Great at everything.
He's elite blood. He's Jamaican, so I'll leave him. He's Jamaican, so I'll leave him alone. You get me? That's the only reason. Otherwise, I'll bun his clock. I swear to God, blood. That's what I mean.
Unbelievable player.
I'm not going to comment on. You know what? Calvin is a baller, but he's not levels of Man City midfield. He's just gone there for a paycheck.
Maybe I'm being a bit romantic. I think he is on his day. Well, because he did it in a Bielsa midfield. He's just been so unlucky with injuries, and it takes a while. It's hard with some of these signings for City because there's always a year delay. I mean, Leroy Sané, it took him a year.
He's got to step it up because I think he was brought in to give Rodri a rest. Last season, end of the season, Rodri was getting patched up game by game. Fernandinho was coming in doing a little job. I think he thought, right, sign Calvin Phillips, 60, 70 minutes, Rodri can come off, Phillips come in, keep it tight, do the Rodri job. The injuries, like you say, have affected him. He's come in, he's looked a little bit sluggish, a little bit off the ball, but he's just about getting fit. We need to, listen, I'll tell you a quick story, that not many people know this, yeah? Erling Haaland put on his story the other week, the Yorkshire Polo, yeah? And a picture of Calvin Phillips. So I messaged Erling Haaland back and put, the Yorkshire pudding, you need to lose some weight. And as a joke, fucking 10 minutes later, Erling Haaland messaged me back and said, don't worry, Big Steve. He's doing well in training, with a thumbs up. So my contact with Erling Haaland was calling Phillips a Yorkshire pudding. I've never been so embarrassed in my fucking life. I didn't expect to do it. It's all good, man. It's all good.
No, that's sick, blood.
Mad, mate.
That is sick.
Yorkshire pudding.
He seems like a down to earth guy though. Like Haaland. He seems like he's got that.
He's been lurking around a few of my videos, and he's liked a few and stuff. And obviously, yeah, he's an elite global superstar. He's fantastic. He's a monster. The City fans love him. You know, he's next level. I just went to Lanzarote last week with the kids, and I'm going down the street, and you know all them shops that sell all the snide kits and that? Used to always be Messi, Ronaldo and that. It's Haaland everywhere, mate. Haaland and Mbappe everywhere. So that's when you know you've got a global superstar. And look, they called him, they said he could flop and he's going to do this in the Bundesliga. But listen, you've got to give the guy credit. You've got to give a kid of that age credit. He's come to the most physical league in the world. He's broke the record for the most goals already, how quick it was. Most hat-tricks was Alan Shearer, 5 in the season. He's got 4. You've got to give credit where credit's due. If he was at Liverpool now, yeah, they'd be talking about the best striker in the planet. If we had Darwin Núñez, we'd be getting slagged. I went to that Charity Shield when they beat us, and I had to spend a night in a hotel with shitloads of Liverpool fans telling me how good Darwin was and how shit Haaland was. I said, let's make it count in the Premier League. It's all right winning Charity Shields. Let's see what happens in the Prem. And Erling Haaland, the Nordic Meat Shield, is proving us all right.
Lads, let me get quick predictions from you lot from the FA Cup games quickly. I'm just going to go through the big ones, blood. Man United, Reading.
United.
All in to return to United.
United gets through.
Yeah, 1-0 United.
Yeah, United 2-0.
Yeah, I'll go United 3-0.
Yeah, it's the same as you, Troopz.
Preston, Tottenham. Deepdale. I remember we had Preston last time, 2017. We had them 3rd round away, beat them 2-1. Won the cup that year, beat you in the semi-final. Lovely jubbly. Buvey was crying. You remember that day, innit, Buvey, you pussy? Yeah, you remember that day, innit, you pussy? Yeah, you remember that vlog, innit? Yeah, you remember that one, innit, you fucking piece of shit.
I think Tottenham win that. I think Tottenham win that.
Yeah, Tottenham.
You think they'll have a run in the cup?
No, I just think they'll win that. Get someone bigger.
Not a run, they'll
I
win
love Steve. Where's another one? Yeah, Brighton, Liverpool. You man didn't give me your thing for Brighton, Liverpool. I'm going 3-1 Brighton, bro. I think
Yeah,
Liverpool.
2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton.
I'll go 1-0 Brighton.
Then another decent game. It should be Derby against West Ham. They could be playing each other next year, blood. I swear no, blood. They could be playing. They could be a league match next year.
No, they're not getting out of League One. I don't think. No.
West Ham win that.
I'll go. Derby at 4th. Yeah, Derby. They won 5 on a bounce in League One. Yeah. Derby all day long.
Nah, West Ham wins it.
And then I'm gonna pick one more.
Fulham,
Sunderland. Sunderland are doing well.
Yeah, but Fulham are doing well, man. Fair play.
But will Fulham rest to keep the Premier League run going, or will they want a cup run? Like the fans always want a cup run, especially a club of that level. Yeah. You want a little cup run.
Some of those clubs like Wigan, Stoke, and all that, Watford, when they get promoted, they usually do little runs, don't they? In the FA
you as
Cup.
a kid.
What's that? We never went on a run.
Cup run. Ain't it, Big Steve?
Cup run.
Yeah, pull your fucking Premier League out now, you fucking wankers.
Now you're top of the table. You're more of a dickhead.
I said I'm a dickhead. I rattled Buvey. Yeah, I rattled you now, you pussy. Yeah, let me go fishing, blood. Yeah, catch that big carp, blood. Oh, wheeling that big head pause. You understand? Oi, oi, Savaloy. Yeah, hold that, blood. Yeah,
Top of the league,
hold
and you're
that.
you got to be an honourable winner. What's that saying? You got to be an
Honourable.
honourable in victory, mate.
When's the last time you looked in the mirror, you fucking mug? You couldn't even spell honourable. You're the worst winner out of all of us, blood. You're the reason why I want City to fucking lose. Yeah? You're the fucking reason why I hate your fucking team, blood. It's you. And Steve's a real one. You're a fraud, blood. But big up the man them every time, blood. You understand? I appreciate you lot coming on.
Pleasure.
You know the vibe, taking your time out and them thing there. You get me? Buvey, Steve, let the people them know what you got going on, blood.
Yeah, got a new channel called The Club. Make sure you check it out. Streaming the game on Friday night. But yeah, cheers for having me on, mate.
Just my channel at Big Steve MCFC. Same on Instagram. Yeah, drop me a follow.
Zaza, you know the vibe,
Zimbo on TikTok. You know it.
Friday we go to war, blood. Are you on the watch along with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm going to be leaving the yak early to get here before it's a 3:00 kickoff, right?
Yeah,
3
3
o'clock. I'll be
yeah,
here. I'll
for
be
you.
here for kickoff.
So you lot already know the vibe, blood. Friday we go live, 7:30 UK, 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 AM West Coast. We got the man them every time. We got Jet Ski, Matt, Vinny. You know the vibe, blood. Like I say at the end of every episode, stay safe and wash them fucking hands, blood.